Well, this weekend was the test for reopening businesses, and 2 Scottsdale bars failed miserably.
Yeah, just hours after opening, they were forced to shut down until further notice. Team 12's Matt Yurus is live in Old Town Scottsdale this morning. Wow, Matt, I was shocked how quickly they moved on this.
Yeah, the good times did not last long. The short answer here is Casa Amigos and Bao Blanc did not follow safety measures that they promised to do. That's according to the state's Department of Health Services. Again, it's hard for them to claim they didn't know. I alluded to it moments ago. Every business that reopened had to sign a state form that says it will comply with occupancy and other public health requirements. In this case, investigators allegedly noticed violations in both bars related to social distancing, masking, dancing, standing, as well as table occupancy limits. And Saturday's closures were not the first violations related to COVID-19 for either bar involved here. Back on June 25th, each were on a list of 8 bars charged with failing to comply, again with social distancing and mask rules. Moving forward, both businesses will be required to remain closed until they're granted permission to reopen by the state. There's a sign behind me right now. I'm not sure if we can get our photographer to zoom in on as I conclude this report that shows that this closure is going to be indefinite, and it's posted from the Liquor License and Control Board. With that, we're going to go ahead and throw it back to you guys in the studio.
Matt, thank you so much.